Welcome to Walking with Jesus Bible Study. We are going to be in the book of Proverbs, chapter 19, verse 14. House and riches are the inheritance of fathers, and a prudent wife is from the Lord. I'm going to repeat that. House and riches are the inheritance of fathers, and a prudent wife is from the Lord. We may consider prudence as an irreplaceable trait for a man. But this blessing holds true for a woman also. A prudent wife is also of a great worth and a wonderful gift from God. Great families need more than just wealth for prosperity. They need the blessing of a virtuous woman. For by their character, diligence, and training, families are helped to greatness. Great women make a great, great, great families. Finding an average wife is easy, but finding a great wife is like searching for a hidden treasure. We are to make sure that when we are looking for a spouse, that is God given, not us given, not by what we want, what we think we want, but from God. We got to make sure that it says, because it says in the scriptures that we have to be equally yoked. A lot of people are out here going out with people, dating people, because of the things that you want on your checklist. But what about God's checklist? People wonder why they're just, things don't last. The relationship don't work out. It's just horrible. That person was just horrible. They just wasn't right for you. Oh, it must be my type, and then you keep changing your type. And your checklist is not the same as God's. It's very true, because it says in the scriptures that his thoughts are not your thoughts, his ways are not your ways. Because most people go by what they want, what their heart desires. Your heart is deceitful. It says so in the scriptures. It's going to lead you down the wrong path. It's going to lead you to the wrong person. Some people simply go just by looks alone. And they just change that different type of looks. Some people are just going after people for money or the type of job they have. Well, it's not wrong. I just want to make sure that I'm secure and that the family's going to be secure. God provides. That man ain't going to provide. God will provide for you. But if you're his child, shouldn't you realize that God will provide all things for you? And if you're just chasing wealth and money, then you're not a child of God. Then you need to go be with your other people. Because finding a man of faith and of God, and you're of the world, is not going to work out either. A man of God would not be looking for you. We got to make sure that they fit God's checklist. Are they equally yoked with us? It's not enough just to say, oh, I'm a Christian, you're a Christian, bingo. What level, what type of Christian are they? So there's many different Christians out there. There's a lot of people that's out there that's dating Christian women. Get it? You better watch out now. I'm telling you. Just to get with them. So they can use them and abuse them. And they are not of Christian faith. They like to think they are. They like to tell you that they are. But they're not. They just know that they can try to easily manipulate because they're going to be submissive. They're going to do well because God says to be kind and God says to give. They're going to take advantage of that. So you got to watch out for that. That's why I said you got to be equally yoked. There's some Christians out there that's in the walk with God that is out there eating God's meat and is trying to date these women that is still drinking milk. Oh, but I can teach them and I can learn them. But it was not meant for you. Because they're not equally yoked. It's not going to work out. You're not going to be a team. One's going to be pulling way harder to faith. One is going to get annoyed. Well, you could be very easily pushing that person away. See, we all come to God in our relationship. Some people ease into it. God just got to work on this and work on that. You put so much on one person at once, they're very most likely they're going to turn and scatter. That's why we got to be equally yoked. A lot of people don't pay that in mind. Don't pay that attention. A lot of people, all they care about is looks. Oh, I know God don't want for that for me because that's not the type of person I like. You know, this ain't. But you don't know that person's heart. See, God looks more than just at the person and how they look. He looks at their heart. Where are they at? Are they going to help you? We look back in the old times. A lot of people was not come together by their own choice. It was put together for certain reasons. And as you can see, most times those people grow to love each other. Is it important to love one another? Yes, but that's not the most important thing. God is the most important thing. For God is not in that relationship, it's not going to work to begin with, no matter how much you try. You can't force somebody to do anything. And then holding them captive. If they want to be let go, you're going to have to let them go. That doesn't help either. That just causes more problems, more pain. If you have children with them, it makes it real horrible for the kids to have to witness, to go through that, to put them through that. It's confusing. You're not showing them what love truly is, what it's like to be there for one another. All you're showing is hatred and disgust. And they're supposed to know by your example. So what example is that setting for them? A lot of people, you know, they just don't like, well, it says you can't get divorced. That's true. That's true. You cannot. That's why it's supposed to be wise in who you're supposed to be marrying. A lot of people out here just marrying people just to be marrying them. There's a lot of people in multiple marriages. Because you're not picking the right one. You're going for all the wrong reasons. Why don't you just sit back and just wait? Be patient and let God send the person to you. Be in prayer. Have a conversation with them. Don't speak it out loud. Don't let the enemy know. But you have a little thing with God and say, God, I know if this person is from me because we do such and such. And then I'll know it's from you. Because let me explain something too. If the God's going to send you a person, the enemy will send somebody in your way as a distraction. And you won't think that that's a person from God. But, oh, God, you answered my prayer. You send me somebody. And you're going to just go off with the wrong person. The devil hears what you pray for. And he's going to send those things in your way. You remember, he always imitates God. So he's going to be sending stupid things to your way. And you're going to be sitting there thinking that it's from God. And it's not from God. If you're sitting there praying out loud for jobs, guess what? He's going to put these jobs in your way. So you would take that and jump first. That's why every decision you got to seek God. But some things you got to keep to yourself. Say it in silence. The devil cannot read your mind. Those monitoring spirits cannot hear what's in your mind. So certain things you need to keep between you and God. You need to keep it quiet. And then you got to put some kind of thing in there. So when you know it's from God, God, here's this sign. I want you to do this. It's very easily. God will answer that. I mean, how many people out there, God has sit there and saved their life because they was like, God, if he was real, you'll make this person stand on their head when I'm at this gas station. And then, there come a person and somebody answered God's voice and went up there and stood on their head, and that person come out and boom. So say something like that way you know it's from God. But be in prayer. Let it come from God. Be patient. Be wait, because you know what? He's probably trying to catch both of y'all up together. He's trying to make sure that y'all equally yoked. And there's still got to be some learning. He's got to chip away the old you to make you be the you that you was meant to be, so he can set you where you needed to be all along. You got to be patient. And in that time, what you need to be doing is getting closer to God. Spend your time. Don't be worried about you being all alone. You're not alone. You're supposed to be with God. With God, you are never alone. A lot of people just can't seem to wait. But there you need to be, in God's presence.